I saw this update yesterday, I was like, oh, I really need to make sure my viewers get to know about this, because I'm sure it's not everyone who have seen this. A lot of people actually moved to the UK recently, and like we all know that net migration has been the talk of town. Like, even when I turn on the TV, I want to listen to the news, the first thing I will hear is about, they're talking about net migration, and the UK is really looking for a way to make sure that they send back a lot of people. Some people go to jail for what they have done, and also some are deported. Now, one thing I need you to know is that whatever you do, especially in the Western world like this, it could take up to 20 years, it could take up to 50 years, it could take up to 10 years, it could take up to 2 years. If they need to investigate it, they will finally get to the end of it. Now, these guys you can see on my screen have been into this business for the past 5 years. From what it says, 4 jailed after forging more than 2,000 marriage documents for Nigerian nationals. Now, I'm just wondering how they were able to do that. 2,000 documents, like, it must be a very big gang or maybe a big organization. So the Home Office said the 4 made fraudulent EU settlement scheme applications for Nigerian nationals between 2019 and 2023. They were all sentenced at Warwick Crown Court on Tuesday. I'm just wondering how they did this and sustained it for the past 5 years. Like I earlier said, that whatever you do in the UK, it could take time. If it's something that is wrong and they want to investigate it, they will get to the root of it at any point they are ready. I'm very sure that these gangs, they didn't know that it was going to come to an end one day and it will land them in prison. So as you can see that they were all sentenced at Warwick Crown Court in London on Tuesday. The Home Office said the 4 were part of an organized criminal group that made fraudulent EU settlement scheme applications for Nigeria nationals. They carried out the enterprise between March 2019 and May last year, and were also found to have provided false Nigeria customary marriage certificates and other fraudulent documentations to help applicants remain in the country. Like we all know that if you're currently in the UK, or if you're coming to the UK for anything, let's say maybe you're coming to study and you've completed your studies, you're lucky to apply for your post-study work for 2 years and you get that for 2 years. I'm using study as a case study. Now, before the end of that 2 years, you're expected to have submitted another application for the next visa, which could possibly be the skilled worker visa, the global talent visa, the innovator founder visa, like any other category of visa you intend to switch to. But now some people come and they're unable to complete their studies, and the Home Office sends them a letter to go, and they're unable to go. At the end of the day, they stay back and become illegal, and they start looking for people to marry. Same applicable to visitors as well. Some people just apply for UK visa just to visit the UK, and they end up staying back in the UK, becoming an overstayer and also illegal. So as you can see, an investigation from the Home Office in the UK and Lagos found more than 2,000 false marriage documents were facilitated by the group, who themselves were Nigerian. The Home Office Chief Migration Officer Paul Mora said that this group was absolutely prolific in their desire to abuse our borders and have rightly been brought to justice. As with many gangs we encounter, their sole priority was financial gain. I am delighted that my team was able to intercept their operation, and I hope these convictions will serve as a warning to unscrupulous gangs who exploit people's desperation to remain in the UK. We will continue to work tirelessly to secure our borders and clamp down on the gangs who prey on vulnerable people to make money. Onifade from Gravesend in Kent and Shodikbo from Manchester were both found guilty of conspiracy to facilitate illegal entry into the UK and conspiracy to provide articles used in fraud. They were jailed for 6 years and 5 years respectively. You can imagine, one of the things about, even if they were citizens, once they go to jail, they may revoke their citizenship. Especially when you get your citizenship by naturalization and you get involved in things like this, go to jail and come back, your citizenship may be revoked. If you're currently in the UK, you have to be very careful with what you do. Now, let's assume that maybe they came on the care worker visa or on a skilled worker visa and they got into this problem. At the end of the jail terms, they will end up deporting them back to their countries. And you know what that means? They will be banned for 10 years or maybe more. And you know what happens when someone is banned for 10 years from applying for UK visa? Now, by the time you're applying after the 10 years, there is no guarantee that you will get that visa. So what you have to know about immigration, even if you say you want to leave the UK and go to another country, let's say you're going to Canada or you want to apply for US visa or Ireland, they will still see that you have had such record in the UK. So it's not like, oh, I will do whatever I want to do in the UK. And by the time I'm ready, even if I get deported, I will have to go to another country. Guys, you have to be careful because there are some records that you will open in a country that will never wipe off. By the time you go to apply for a visa in another country, it will reflect. Now, you're not going back to that country that you actually committed a crime. You're going to a new country, but because they are tied, so you have to be very, very careful. Now, with what has happened right now, even those who are in genuine relationship, those who are married, even if they want to apply for a visa, they will have to ask for more documents and so on. They've just made things difficult for genuine couples that are planning to move to the UK. Kaba from London was found guilty of possession of identity documents with improper intention, but was cleared of obtaining leave to remain by deception. He was jailed for 9 months. Now, like I said, once he's out, the Home Office will decide on what to do with him, whether to keep him or to send him back or to withdraw the indefinite leave he obtained. And we don't know what is going to happen, but guys, I have to bring this to this channel because you have to be very careful, which is why I'm sharing this. If you're moving to the UK, you have to be genuinely married to whoever you're moving with. Honestly, you have to be genuinely married to that person, and at the same time, apart from the documents, you make sure you have your pictures and other supporting documents, because with what has happened now, before Home Office will give visa to a couple, start asking for more documents, because I can't imagine 4 people processing 2,000 fake customary court marriage certificates and other crimes as well, just in the name of helping people to stay back in the UK or assisting people to move to the UK. With this now, the Home Office, any documents that is coming from Nigeria, I'm sure they will have to look at it very well. You remember the story about the nurses that went to America with fake documents? It took time, but at the end of the day, they got to find out. And they are all in prison right now. So if you intend to move to the UK, there is nothing as good as planning well, getting all the right documents. Try not to forge any documents, because once you forge a document, it could take time, like I said. And if they get to find out anything, then you'll be in problem. I know of someone that actually applied for a UK visa. I think that was long time ago, and he was refused the UK visa. So when this Careway visa sponsorship started, he got a job in the UK, and the job was with NHS, and he went to do another passport, a Nigerian passport, and the date of birth, he changed it. Now he's gotten a job genuinely, everything is on track, and because he had previously applied for a UK visa with a different passport, with a different date of birth, that made Home Office to refuse him. Not only that they refused him, they banned him for 10 years because they said he has forged the documents and he has lied about his age. He had forgotten. He thought that once a visa is refused, Home Office will just forget everything about that. Guys, once you apply for your first UK visa, every information on that visa, by the time you're renewing, if you don't use same information, or if there is a change of circumstances, you have to show evidences. If you don't use them, then it's going to be a problem. So for all this 2,000 fake marriage certificates or whatever, and maybe forged documents, at the point of renewal, the Home Office may find out. And if they find out, then you're definitely going to be in problem. It's a shame that this is happening to Nigerians, and like, you know, whenever you mention that you're in Nigeria, there is this eye they used to look at you and look at with this whole stuff. So guys, this is just what it is. Saw the news, and like I said, that if I don't share it, just to prepare your mind and also make you know that there are certain things you cannot do in the UK, then I will feel bad if any of you becomes a victim of this. So we've actually come to the end of today's video. Please do like and share with your friends and loved ones. If you're yet to subscribe to join our beautiful family, please do hit on that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, so each time I upload a new video, you're definitely going to be the first person to see that video. Until I see you in my next video, do take care and have a lovely day. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye for now.